You're going on a cruise, you lucky rascals. What's more, you're off on Marella Explorer 2 and you intend to make the most of every minute. You've done all the boring stuff online and now you're flying away to start this adventure. But what does Marella Explorer 2 have to offer? Where should you dine? Should you upgrade your drinks package? Don't worry, sit tight and buckle up as we've got you covered. If you don't know us, I'm Rachel, he's Wills, and we are Postcard and a Pint. And we're here to make sure every last second of your time on board is covered. Let's get started. On some Marella cruises, your bag is taken straight to the ship. On ours, we had to collect it at the baggage claim. We always put our cabin labels on at this point, as we don't trust the throwing techniques of the baggage handlers. We then made our way outside. There are so many TUI staff on hand to direct you, you can't go wrong. Luggage was then loaded onto these vans and we'll next see it at the cabin. Transfers are all included and you're given a welcome letter to read on the way. Embarkation is then clearly explained, your photo for your cruise card is taken and in a matter of minutes, you're on the ship. Cabins may not be ready when you first embark, so if you want to get soaking up that sun, make sure you've packed swimwear in your hand luggage. Something else you must do is report to your muster station, which is your assigned emergency gathering point should the ship declare an emergency. Your muster station info is on your cruise card. Our muster station on this cruise was my old haunt, the theatre.
We've just mustered and our muster station is the theatre, which is where I used to work. It's really strange being back here again. I've not been here for lots of years. I'm not going to tell you how many exactly, but so weird.
Right, that's enough reminiscing about the old days. At some point early afternoon, cabins will be announced as ready. Remember that cruise card you were given to board the ship? Look after it with your life. It's your cabin key, your ID to leave and re-enter the ship, and your card to present to get a drink. Fingers crossed, as your cabin is ready, your cases have arrived. Bingo! We stayed in an inside cabin at the front of Deck 9. If you want to see more of it, we have a full cabin review which we'll link below. One thing you must do once you have your cabin is watch the safety briefing on your TV. This tells you what to do in any manner of emergencies. Thanks, Captain. We now feel briefed. And just a heads up, you'll find your life jacket at the top of the wardrobe. It's now time to explore. But how do you know where you are on the ship? Well, Marella have gone and colour-coded it for you. Rach?
The stairwells at the aft of the ship are green.
That's the back of the ship for all you new cruise peeps. And?
The stairwells in the middle of the ship are red.
It's so easy, isn't it? One left, Rach.
And the stairwell at the front of the ship is blue.
But if you're colourblind or had a few too many pints, there are also these interactive boards by every lift bank that can tell you exactly where you are and how to find your cabin. These also give you the information that's in your daily schedule and on the Marella Navigate portal that you can access on your smartphone. But drum roll, as it's time for the most talked about part of cruising. The food. Let's start with the all-included dining. At the aft of Deck 5, remember the green stairwell? You'll find Latitude 53, which is the main dining room. This is a beautiful dining room with stunning views out of huge windows at the back. You can come here for breakfast, lunch and dinner if you wish to. We found the food really good with a wide variety of choice. OK, so it's not fine dining, but everything was cooked well and really tasty. Any dietary requirements can be catered for, but you must give them 14 days notice. On Deck 6 above Latitude 53 are two more restaurants. First up, Vista's on starboard side. This is an Italian restaurant and is included in your cruise fare, but as it's a smaller restaurant, it can get busy as it's first come, first served. The food, though, is delicious, and we recommend you try it at least once during your cruise. Our tip for dessert, a trio of tiramisu. He does a cracking food review, does our Wills. Opposite Vista's on port side is Piccadilly's. This is the same restaurant concept as Vista's, but the menu for this one is based on classic British gastropub type food. We did enjoy this restaurant, but for us, out of all dining experiences on board, this was our least favourite. We'd definitely say to give it a go though, but remember, like Vista's, there could well be a wait for a table. But if you prefer something more casual than the main dining room, then head to the marketplace on Deck 11. This is the ship's buffet and does breakfast, lunch, afternoon tea and snacks, dinner and late night snacks, so it's basically open all day. We found it spacious and we never struggled to get a table. We also like that they theme the buffet on different evenings, so it's not the same buffet time and again. At the marketplace, you'll also find self-service tea and coffee and juice and water. You are also able to fill up your bottle on your cabin deck too. Cheers, Marella! And talking of cheers, there's even self-service beer and wine in the marketplace. Champion! If you head out of the buffet to the middle of the ship, you'll come to the snack shack, which is poolside. This is open from around 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. and serves hot dogs, burgers, chicken goujons and chips type of food. It also has this handy fridge with sandwiches, fruit and snacks. All of this is included in your cruise fare, so help yourself. We've one last included restaurant to cover, and that's Nonna's on Deck 11 poolside. This is open from 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. and also for dinner 6:30 to 9:30 and does pretty amazing pizza and pasta. Wouldn't you say, Rach? All of the food you've seen so far is included in your cruise fare, but if you want to try out some of the paid extra options, here's what's on offer. The Beach Cove is included during the day. You'll find this again poolside on Deck 11. It does breakfast baps, fruit and pastries for breakfast, and sandwiches and light bites for lunch. In the evening, it becomes a paid extra dining venue, serving a barbecue-inspired menu. We didn't try this on our cruise, but we did enjoy the swinging seat. The aft portside section of the buffet becomes the tapas restaurant at night. Again, another paid extra dining venue. We didn't try this on Explorer 2, but did enjoy this restaurant on Explorer 1. A chargeable restaurant we did try this time was the Surf and Turf Steakhouse. We paid £36.95 per person for a 3-course meal. The experience felt special, and it was definitely a step up from the food in the main dining room. I even got to try lobster tail, which was delicious, and the desserts were amazing too. Opposite Surf and Turf on Deck 6 is Corala, a Pan-Asian restaurant. We've yet to try this restaurant, maybe next time. The dining club on Deck 5 by reception is supposed to be the best food on the ship and is a Mediterranean menu with a strong French influence. Again, we've not tried this one as we're not really foodies. There's one more chargeable eatery, and that's Scoop's Ice Cream. Do note you can get included whippy ice cream at the back of the marketplace mid-afternoon, but if you want more flavours, then you'll be paying. And that's all food on board. Next up, it's drinks. Marella is an all-inclusive cruise line, which means all draft beer and cider, house wine and house prosecco by the glass, some spirits and cocktails, soft drinks by the glass and basic hot drinks are included. You can upgrade to the premium package at a cost of around £12 per person per day. This gives you premium brands and specialty coffees, and is worth it for some people. Now on to bars. The most popular is the Squid and Anchor, the ship's pub on Deck 7 aft. A lot of things take place here during the day, like quizzes. We also attended an audience with the captain and senior officers, which was really interesting. In the evening, this place really comes alive with interactive game shows, live music and karaoke too. In the back corner on starboard side is the gin and whiskey bar. If you're a connoisseur of either, this is the place for you. Next up is Flutes on Deck 6 midship. This is a champagne and prosecco bar, often with live music playing. This was definitely a place for a pre-dinner drink and had the coolest buttons to press. Moving on up to Deck 7 forward, and we find the 19th hole. This is a relaxed golf-themed bar and a bar that we usually found to be pretty quiet. As well as this cool golf buggy you can sit in, there are also 3 golf simulators, should you wish to practice your swing or challenge others to a competition. You can also have a game of darts here, and the toilets are labelled in true style too. It's time to go back to poolside, and first up, the poolside bar. This one does get busy, especially on a sea day. Next to it is the Marella sign, where you can get your Insta selfies. Something like that. That's the only bar on the pool level, although they do have help yourself ice buckets to ease congestion. On the deck above, on Deck 12, you'll find the Shack Bar. To be honest, on our cruise, this one was busy too at peak times. Again, self-service ice buckets helped. Cheers! Our favourite bar on board was the aperitif bar on Deck 6, between Surf and Turf and Corala. We never found this one too busy, and the waiter service was excellent. There's also live music here at times. Next up on Deck 6 is the coffee port. This is very big for the size of the ship, and also houses a small library. As we're not into specialty coffees, we didn't spend much time here, but it certainly seemed a popular place with many. We're almost at the end of our drink section. We've one last venue, the Indigo Bar, Club and Casino. This is up on Deck 12 at the front of the ship. It's a massive lounge, and here's a top tip.
I tell you what, if you're not much of a sun bunny and you want a lounge all to yourself, nice and air conditioned, somewhere to read your book, gorgeous views out to sea, come up to the Indigo. We're in here now. It's midday-ish. It's absolutely dead. There's no one in here. There's been a couple of dance classes, but right now in between, no one here except us.
Of course, it gets busier in the evenings, and it has a good programme of live music that you can enjoy over a cheeky wine or two.
I can't get no.
And that's drinks, so let's stay in the Indigo and change the topic to entertainment. How are you feeling, love? Fantastic! There is a very small casino in the Indigo. If casinos are your thing, Marella probably isn't for you. It did get busier than this, honest. For all you silent disco lovers, there were 2 of these in our week's cruise poolside. I don't know if it was just our cruise, but they didn't seem as popular as they did a year ago. But the people who took part certainly seemed to enjoy it. Also on pool deck, the big screen shows movies under the stars some evenings. Lush. On deck 6 and 7 forward is the Broadway Show Lounge. This has a show on every evening. Most evenings are the resident cast on board, with a guest act appearing once or twice on your cruise. We found the shows on board some of the best at sea. The cast work hard and they're good, honest shows that don't rely heavily on major theatrical technology, making them more human and engaging. They cover wide genres of music and dance styles, so there should be something for everyone in these shows. On our cruise, the guest act was an Adele tribute show, and she was really good.
The stars are raging on the rolling sea.
You'll find live music in flutes, aperitif and poolside too. Our assistant cruise director even gave a show in flutes one evening. One evening, there was a tropical tiki party poolside. The showcast and the entertainment team joined together to bring an evening of song and dance. It wasn't the most banging party ever, but it was very pleasant. As we said before, the Squid and Anchor is also a very popular evening entertainment venue. Next up, amenities. On deck 11, you'll find 2 pools and 4 jacuzzis. And as Explorer 2 is an adult-only ship, using both of these was a much more pleasant experience.
If you fancy a little pitch and putt, the mini golf is on deck 15.
Yes, at the top of the ship, you'll find a small course and all the putters and balls provided. We did see this used quite a bit on our cruise. There is a table tennis table, very randomly outside the midship lifts on deck 12, but we didn't see this in action. On deck 11 forward, you'll find the Ocean Spa. Although we're not really spa users, we really enjoyed the tour around and will definitely book the thermal suite for a sea day next time we cruise with Marella. We thought the price for the day pass for the thermal suite was good, but do find the price for facials and massages quite expensive. There is a gym you can use free of charge. Some exercise classes are included, but more specialised ones like yoga and Pilates are an extra fee. On our cruise, there was a sports and film memorabilia sale, hosted by the shops. And talking of the shops, you'll find these on deck 6 and 7 midship. They sell the usual mix of duty-free alcohol, handbags, designer makeup and perfume. And this shop sells all your Marella merchandise and any essentials you may have forgotten. Next up, we're going to talk about open deck space. Although it can get very crowded on the pool deck on a sunny cruise, there is still plenty of open deck space to be enjoyed. Let's head up to the top of the ship and see one of those spaces.
If you're feeling fit, the jogging track is on deck 14 forwards.
We preferred to walk.
And 14 laps equals a mile.
It does indeed. And whilst you're walking or jogging, the views from up here are stunning. It's quieter to sunbathe up here, and you can also say hello to Explorer 2's animal, the humble cow. There's also an aft section to this deck. Rach?
This is deck 14 after they have these strange cabanas that you can hire should you want to. We're not going to. Are they worth it? I don't know. You tell us.
We think it's a bit of a trek to the pool from up here. This area was often really quiet and has a few hidden gems.
These are free, and also, if you're lucky, they've got some nice rattan sunbeds with really nice squishy mattresses.
It's still a trek to the pool, but it's definitely a more comfortable sunbathe. Isn't that right, Wills? And once again, the views from up here are stunning. Next up, it's the open deck space of decks 6 and 7, and you can have a great walk here.
There's no one deck where you can circumnavigate the entire ship, but between deck 6 and 7, It's possible.
Well, almost. You have to cut across the inside on deck 6 forward. There are designated smoking areas on deck 12 outside the Indigo, on deck 6 and this gem.
There's a little bit of outside deck space on deck 7 aft, and right at the aft is one of the smoking areas. But we think it's one of the best places you can watch sail away from.
It's the closest you can get to the ocean at the back of the ship. I think one of our favourite deck spaces, though, was the terrace on deck 11 aft. We do think Explorer 2 has missed a trick here, as on Explorer 1, this is the Mediterranean bar. On this ship, there is no bar, but there is help yourself beer and wine inside. The lack of bar makes for a lack of atmosphere, but if you want somewhere quiet, this is your spot. Next up, it's services. This is the photo gallery on deck 7, and the photographers on our cruise were a friendly lot.
Yeah, hello guys, what's up? Please subscribe this guy. See you.
You can book professional pictures, and they're happy to answer any photography questions you may have. We've not talked about the atrium yet. It spans decks 5, 6 and 7 and has this lovely video wall, perfect for an atrium selfie. At the bottom of the atrium on deck 5, you'll find guest services. They were really polite and helpful. Opposite is the cruise holiday store. If you're having a fabulous time and want to book another Marella cruise, we believe there are some great savings to be made if you book whilst on board. Also in this area is destination services. These guys will help you book any tours and give you port info. These interactive screens there also do the same. Marella also do bike tours, but we've never done one of those. And that is pretty much Marella Explorer 2. There are a few other things we need to cover. Let's briefly touch on the Navigate app and Wi-Fi. For the Navigate app, you don't need Wi-Fi. Simply open your phone's browser, type in Tui Navigate, and you will then be able to do everything you can do on the interactive tablets by the lifts. If you do wish to purchase Wi-Fi, go to Buy Wi-Fi on the Navigate app, and you can choose from a number of packages. We found the coverage and speed of the Wi-Fi good wherever we were on the ship. Then, of course, there are the stunning ports you will visit during your cruise. We did the Adriatic Delights cruise, and we were blown away by the beauty of this area. At the moment, we have diary vlogs of our week on board, but we do plan to make an overview of this cruise and its destinations. It's a gorgeous part of the world. Then, of course, there's the saddest part of the cruise, disembarkation. With Marella, you need to leave your suitcases outside your cabin before 1 a.m. the night before you leave. On our first Marella cruise, we picked up our cases shipside when we left and took them with us to the airport. This time we popped them outside before we went to bed, and the next time we saw them was in Manchester Airport. And that's our overview of Marella Explorer 2. We hope you found it helpful, and we hope you have the best time on board on your cruise. If you like cruise diary vlogs, then we've got a fair few of those these days. We're also getting quite the portfolio of ship overviews and deck-by-deck tours too. We also do port guides, which you may find useful, and if we're not on a ship, you can find us on days out and mini breaks in the UK and beyond. So give us a like and subscribe to our channel, as it's free to do, and this way you won't miss out. We've been Postcard and a Pint. Cheers for watching and happy cruising.
What lies on the bottom of the ocean and shakes?
I don't know.
A nervous wreck.
Oh.